evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Darkest Dungeon. Things get a little bit confusing once you have some people go to stress relief and not others. You have to be a little bit careful because once people level up to 3, you lose the ability to take them on the easy missions. So roster management does become a thing pretty quickly. But right now, there's a medium mission available in the Warrens. I do want these juicy paintings. I'd rather get some papers from the Weald, but this is only a champion level mission available here. So we're going to go on this mission. I'm going to grab my Helion for the front line. We'll take my level 2 Crusader to go second. And then I'm going to actually grab another Crusader. This guy is going to be here just for the heals and for the Holy Lances. Yeah. Zealous Accusation. That should be fine. Mostly it's just he's just there for the inspiring words to keep everybody's stress down, and I will take the Witch Doctor or Plague Doctor along as well. Level 3 skill is gonna make for a good time. Let's provision up. Last video we saw how while a stack and a half of food may seem excessive in the missions that go really well, it's kind of essential for when things don't go so well. 2 shovels I'll stand by, and then we'll do this again. Alright, so that should be good. There are a lot of blight and bleed effects on the Warrens, but the Witch Doctor can heal that up. And I don't want to spend money on bandages and anti-venoms because my guys are over-leveled for this mission, so it should be good. Of course, in Darkest Dungeon, sometimes things go terribly, horribly awry. And that's part of the charm of the game. So let's see, do these guys have the same skills? No, he's got Zealous Accusation and Holy Lance. Okay. So he can't really do anything, but this third guy can't do anything but heal and Holy Lance. Alright, we got Cleanse, and it's a nice layout. This is a great layout because you can just follow everything in one path except for this top room. So as long as that's not a fight, you're in good shape. I'm gonna skip it because I'm gonna end up pretty far away from it, honestly, but the odds of it being a fight are generally pretty small, and if I can skip that room, so much the better. It's a trap. He does not dodge it. He will bleed a lot of damage. It's weird how you can't use combat skills outside of combat, but the thing is, while it might make thematic sense for verisimilitude that I could cast a heal right now, like why do I need to be fighting monsters to cast a heal, it would also be really broken if that were the case. Because then you could just de-stress everybody and heal everybody to full in between any battles. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and see if we can actually kill this pig. Bleed. It bleeds. Good. So it's going to vomit and cause some stress, but it will die before it can vomit again. Here, I think... should I start just inspiring crying? No, I think it's a bit early for that. Actually, the Helion should be able to just stun these 2 things, shouldn't he? She? Yeah. Let's heal up and rid ourselves of some juicy stress. Alright, there's Rent for the old gods. As long as these aren't crits, I don't really care though. So we're gonna cure the bleeding. Gain some health. The pig bleeds out. Alright, some more rending that can get healed. That's one of the nice things about the Plague Doctor. The ability to heal bleeds and blights is actually quite handy. Alright, we are going to need to kill these things at some point, so let's smite that. That's another way of healing stress, is killing enemies. Resisted the bleeding, which is good. This guy can't actually do anything. So I'm actually going to get to work on this Plague Doctor. Hopefully have the Plague Doctor come out of this mission with less stress than she went in. It's one of the reasons why I have a feeling that Inspiring Cry is going to get nerfed at some point. It just seems a little bit too good to be true. That you can just heal anyone's stress from anywhere in the lineup. And also add a point of health, and also increase the light level. Alright, let's go ahead and disinfect this moonshine barrel. I don't know if that's actually worth... You know what? That's not worth it. All it ever does is buff you. It's probably not worth the money I spent on the herbs. Alright, we're surprised, but it really could have been a lot worse. Could have been a whole lot worse. The Barbarian is still up front, and the Crusaders can still do things. The main problem is that the Plague Doctor is out of position to do the stun, but this Crusader has Holy Lance, so that should be fixed. Alright, I didn't use Blight because everything in the Warrens, or most things anyway, are resistant to the Blight. This thing is going to bleed. Yeah, it's going to bleed to death. Initially, this ability, the Incision, does not actually deal 2 bleed damage. It only deals 1, but upgraded as far as it is, it deals 2, which is a pretty big difference. Alright, got some more bleeding going on here. Alright, this thing's going to die. What I'm going to do is try to kill the Swine Drummer because this thing can cause stress to everybody. Bleed. It resists the bleeding, so it lives. Let's Holy Lance it to death, actually, because I really don't want to take any more stress. Oh no, because these two guys Holy Lanced each other, hilariously, the Plague Doctor ended up staying in the wrong position. Well, unfortunately I dodged, or that thing dodged, so it's going to get to vomit again. That thing bleeds to death. That should be a stun. It resisted, or my guy resisted though, which is great. So let's get to work curing that stress. The Barbarian can yaw. Upgraded to level 2, it actually deals more than 1 damage sometimes. Let's heal up that stress. And okay, 50% Blight resist, 75% Blight resist. There's really no point in using Blight. If it bleeds, it will die before it can act again, so I can leave the pig alone. Sure, I'll do a Yop. So it'll kill the pig, it'll also, which should reduce some stress, and it'll stun this thing, so that, it won't deal damage. Unfortunately, the healing ability... Crap. The healing ability that cures bleeds requires you not to be in the top, or in the front line. So that's why the Plague Doctor's not been able to get rid of that bleeding. Alright. Let's cure some stress. And I'm not going to take any chances taking team stress for just letting the fight drone out. Actually, this thing is going to die, so sure. Wow, 6 stress reduction? Really? Can it really do 6? Stress heal 5? I don't know why I actually de-stressed for 6. Fascinating. Okay. What is this table? Well, let's take our chances. Alright, so if I hadn't used the herbs on that moonshine thing, I could have gotten some food from here. Well, okay. Let's put everyone back in their places and go to the next room. Interesting. So we've got a lot of information here. There's going to be a fight in the hallway, and there's a barrier here. So I do have 2 shovels. I think I can afford to spend one. I can go around the fight, and then I'd have to backtrack at some point. Yeah, if I go backwards, then I'd have to backtrack twice. You know what? Yeah, we'll just take the fight. Hopefully it's not too bad. Yeah, this isn't too bad. This is nothing worse than what you could find in the ruins, and they're surprised. Alright, the gamble works out pretty well. Let's blast the brawler. Perfect. Nice stress relief there. A good clean kill. This guy can't do anything but stress relief, so I don't have to feel guilty about it. Alright, this is a nice murder job here. Wow, does this Blight skill do 4 damage? Oh wow, 4 points per round for 3 rounds. That is really high damage, actually. Okay, well, let's yop some more. So the Crusaders can de-stress on a totally clear conscience. I honestly can just heal up here. The Plague Doctor's skills, when upgraded, get seriously good. he bleeds out. This thing. Someone else can kill it, I suppose, for the stress relief. 6. Why is it doing 6? Not that I'm complaining, mind you, but it's a little weird. I don't expect that. Okay, let's put the Helion up front. Reason, by the way, I always have the Helion up front is so that the Crusaders can do Holy Lance if needed to reach an unpleasant enemy that's in the back. You'd think the Crusader would be someone you'd put right up front, but reality is that the Crusader's actually a little bit better second than first. Alright, the Monsters of Surprise, which is really, really nice. I think I am just going to stun these two things because they're the worst. They both deal stress damage. The Pig almost all the time and the Drummer most of the time. Let's try to kill the Slasher with an upgraded weapon. That's not too hard. And here, I could either Holy Lance and do damage to something that's already stunned, or just do some more stress relief. Now, let's just go ahead and stress relief. That should be fine. This guy, however, will get to work on the Chopper. I was hoping for a bit of a higher damage roll, but can't complain too much. Let's stun these guys and do some decent damage as well. Main threat now is this Pig, so I am going to try to stun the Pig to not take stress damage. And we'll continue. Actually, I could kill this guy maybe in one hit. Let's go for it. Ah, 1 damage off. That does mean, though, that if I yop it up, I will be able to kill this thing off. Unfortunately, it got to go... Oh my god, that is really bad luck. So not only do the Drums of Doom do a bunch of stress by default, but they got a crit, which dealt extra stress to everybody. Wow, that was really terrible. Gotta get unlucky sometimes, though. So here... Wait, when is the Helion gonna get to go, even? I don't understand. Oh man, more stress. Okay, so here we go. So she'll de-stress a little bit by landing a kill. She'll stun this. It's gonna bleed out, so because that thing is gonna bleed out regardless, my Crusaders are both free to do their inspiring cries all day long while singing a song. I'm gonna just pass the turn here, because now that I've accumulated quite a bit of stress, I think it's worth it to give the Crusaders a chance to go again. One got to go, the other one didn't. That's fine. Alright, another makeshift dining table. Let's check it out. Ugh. Well, luckily I didn't get actually sick. Okay, so now we're gonna head up. Not to avoid this barrier, but mostly because that's the proper path to follow, to not have to backtrack. Try to disarm the trap. Failed. Do I have bandages here that I picked up? Yes, I do. So let's just do those to stop the bleeding. And check out our next room. Should be nothing in here. Let's head on over. I don't have this area scouted, so anything could be up here. Okay. The blight on this ability, on his basic ability, is annoying, as is the stun on that guy's ability. Thankfully I resisted it. I could try to do some stress relief, but I really do want to kill off that Pig before he can stress anyone out. That's stress relief by killing it, and also by stopping it from doing attacks. Here I'm going to do the healing, so it doesn't take so much, the Barbarian doesn't take so much blight damage, and we'll stun him. Upgraded, the Yop actually starts to deal some nice damage. With these guys stunned, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do stress relief. Let's try to finish this off. Wow. Alright. Nice. I love it when the only ability you can use is the Inspiring Cry, because otherwise I feel a little bit guilty about using it. But if that's the only thing that he can use, then it's like, hey! Guess I have no choice. Alright, the crits are going in my favor now. That's nice. This thing will bleed out in a couple of turns. So all I have to do is stun it, and that'll be enough to kill it. Alright, now that this Crusader has taken some damage, we'll finally start to de-stress him. He's the one with the most stress. no reason to kill it off right now. It's only the 3rd round, so we should be good on the stressing because it's taking too long thing. And use some more Inspiring Cries. I don't know if this is cheesy, but, and I certainly don't plan to always play with 2 Crusaders, but, you know, if you're looking for strategies to make this game easier, that's certainly one of the easiest ones, is just to make sure you buy Inspiring Cry for your Crusaders. Okay, that was a hell of a map. Wow, so now we know pretty much where everything is, and we know that there's going to be a big fight in that room. It doesn't really change anything I was going to do, but it's still nice to know. And we'll be able to, I guess we'll be able to disarm that trap and that trap down there. Alright, I love books in real life, don't like them so much in this game. Got a pile of bones. I forget if holy water works on the bones. It does. Great. So we get back the money that we spent on the holy water and some crests. Spiders are not the worst enemy, and they're surprised, which is excellent. So I'm not gonna go crazy here. We'll just try to kill off a couple of spiders before we start the healing extravaganza. And we even get some stress relief through a nice crit. This is a thing I've noticed, is once you upgrade your weapons and your crit chance increases, it really does, like the crits do start to happen significantly more often. And that has a pretty major impact on overall performance. I'm gonna slow roll it a little bit here. I could have killed off that spider, but this thing doesn't do very much damage. So I might as well take my time healing up a little bit and de-stressing. Alright. Things got a little hairy in this adventure for a little while there, but now things are looking pretty good. We got our stress levels mostly under control. As long as this thing doesn't crit, I'm not gonna have to pay for my insolence. Oh, I missed the stun. Alright, fine, we'll just kill it. I think the Crusaders should still get to go, though. Yeah? Why does it sometimes stress heal for 6? I don't mind, but I just don't understand. Occultist? Not even that good. I'm not even gonna bother, because I'm running out of space, so I'm gonna have to throw that thing out anyway. That is one thing about the camping missions. If you delay how long you camp, that space that you're taking up with the firewood starts to become a problem after a while. Loot in the bones. Thank you very much. Oh, right, there was a trap there. I was totally supposed to disarm it because I had definitely scouted it. Whoops. Well, that's life. Complete 100% of room battles. Oh my god, as long as... Hang on, did I skip any rooms? I really hope that room isn't a fight, because if that room is a fight, I'm gonna have to go all the way back down there. At least I know I don't have to go back down here, which is nice. But it'd be even nicer if I didn't have to go all the way back up there. Spit. What's interesting is that when you use battlefield medicine, it heals the person for life, but it cures any blight and bleed on you. In this case, this is the person missing the most health, so that's what I'm gonna... She herself is the person missing the most health, so I use it on her, but if someone else had been, like, more damaged and had a blight or a bleed, and she had a blight or a bleed as well, I wouldn't have had to use it on her to cure the blight and bleed. I could have just used it on the other person. Anyway, all that is the way of saying let's kill a spider. Alright, we're gonna do it on the Helion, because the Helion's actually a little bit low on health, so the 1 point of healing might as well go there. Bonk, and if it's blighted it will die. Good. Man, that Plague Doctor gets really good with just a little bit of skill upgrades. The Noxious Blast deals quite a bit of damage. Okay, I'm gonna slow down here so that we have a chance to get some heals on our Plague Doctor, who is getting a little low on health. A little lower than I would like anyway. Alright, so there's some stress relief, and okay, now we'll just finish the spider off. I'm not gonna slow roll more than that. Ah, a shovel. Probably won't actually be needed, but it's nice to have. Okay, so we're at a room. Medicinal herbs. When did I find these? I guess it must have been later, because I definitely passed on some tables and stuff. If I end up backtracking, it would be nice to have these. There was, like, I think a table I ignored. No, there's a barrel I ignored. I went into all the tables. Yeah, so I'm not going to need those. We'll just throw them away. Alright, so here's the moment of truth. We find out if that room that we skipped way back in the beginning had a fight in it or not. Alright, I got the drummer and the pig, which is a problem, but I get lucky again, and the monsters are surprised. Of course, it's not too lucky. I am deliberately making a choice to always play in Radiant Light. If I was playing one of those no torch runs, then I wouldn't be surprising the monsters as much as I am. Is it worth Holy Lancing something gets stunned? You know, we're actually at the point where these guys are starting to take a little bit of damage. Yeah, I'll do this partly for healing, partly for stress relief. Now, he can actually hit something that isn't stunned, so I'm going to try to smite the Brawler. I miss. Let's try to make the Brawler bleed. If it bleeds, it'll die. Ah, it's resisted. Nuts. Alright, so I get rent, and that was a bit of bad luck. If it had bled, it would have died, and I wouldn't have taken all that stress. So, balls. These guys are already stunned, so I gotta think. I can kill this. This has a 75% blight resist. Blinding gas doesn't do anything. Alright, well, we'll just kill off the Brawler. Somebody's gotta do it. Okay. Now let's try to kill off the pig. Oh my god. We miss. Okay. I can try to kill the drummer, or I can try to smite the pig. I really want to kill the pig, because the drummer sometimes does a stress ability, the pig always does. So I want to try to kill the pig if I can. Alright. Let's heal up our frontliner a bit here. And I'm going to try to stun the drummer so that the drummer doesn't bang on the drums all day. Keep on healing. Oh my god, the crits. So many crits. Alright, well, we're okay. As long as I don't, like, die in this fight, I should be totally fine. Because in camping mode, we'll be able to heal up, and we might not even need to fight anything else. If that room way back in the beginning doesn't have a room battle. Alright, let's blight this thing, hopefully. Oh wait, it resists blight 78%, but I get lucky. Okay, that's nice. So let's just assume the best here, and start to use those guys for stress relief. One of whom doesn't actually have any say in the matter, that's all he can do. Alright, stress is nice and low. Oh no, please don't kill my guy. That dodge was lucky, which makes up for the really bad luck earlier with the thing not dying and then also getting a crit on top of that. Stun, good. Let's heal up our doctor. This thing is about to oh no, the blight just ran out. It is not about to bleed to death. I'm not gonna take any chances. Let's just kill it off. Okay. Health buff 78%, 10 plus 10 dodge. Oh, that's cool. Sure. We'll put it on the Hellion, although the Hellion doesn't actually meet the criteria right now. Let's stack that. Stack that, and I guess I'll take these. Thank goodness. Whew. Alright, so we will put a key in here because we might as well. Some extra treasure. And now that we're done with the mission, we're going to camp. So the risk of camping when you're effectively done is that you might have to fight a battle afterwards, but the benefit is really, really worth it. Now we can feast because we know we're done, so we can just go ahead and feast and de-stress everyone a whole hell of a lot. And it's time to use some camping abilities. So let's see, we have nothing good there. This is the guy with the good ones, so let's do a zealous speech. Let's encourage the plague doctor. Please tell me. Oh, zealous speech is all companions, not himself though. self-medicate. Alright, so it looks like this 7 stress, there's no way for me to get rid of it. Because everybody got the stress resist thing, not the stress reduction thing. Oh wait, self only. Hey! Perfect, I don't know how I missed that. Okay, great. So now everybody ends up at 0 stress, and here's a little trick. You don't even have to press the rest button here, which leads to a risk of having to fight a monster battle, and also you have to listen to everybody's annoying speech bubbles. You can just click the exit dungeon button, and that'll end the mission. And that's one of the basic strategies in Darkest Dungeon, is if you have a slightly overpowered party, you can go on a medium mission, do the whole thing, do all those extra rooms without actually having to camp. So then when you're done with the mission, you just camp for the stress relief. And that's really great sometimes. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and or subscribe if you did. And if you want to stick around... Ooh, that's annoying. It's actually very annoying. If you want to stick around, feel free for some you know, logistics and cleanup and administrative management stuff, which is, you know, the reason we all play these sorts of games anyway. Okay. Pasquire's level 3, which is a little bit annoying, because now she cannot go on the apprentice missions. And I have tried going on the veteran missions with people who are less than level 3. I would not recommend that. So she's going to be out of commission for a little while. We finally got another Vestal. Oh my god. So here's a tough moment. Got a couple of options for getting the second Vestal that I desperately crave. I could throw away somebody. Throw away the second Hellion, I guess. Although having level 0s is kind of nice in its own way. You have people to, you know, who will take the longest possible amount of time to get up to level 3, so you can keep sending them on missions. I could get rid of a level 2 Highwayman. Just, as fun as those abilities are, it doesn't seem as good as the Crusader, who can do the stress healing and attack basically just about as well. I don't want to get rid of the Plague Doctor. I have 3 Crusaders. I mean, I don't think I need 3 of them. I could probably make do with 2. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the Hellion, but I'm going to get rid of my 3rd Crusader. Another thing I could have done is I could have upgraded my roster, but I really don't want to spend the papers because the blacksmith uses papers and I want to be able to upgrade my weapons more. So we're going to get rid of this guy, Ditton. Goodbye. And take in another Vestal. So there's a couple things now we've got to do. First, nobody needs any stress relief. Good. Means we're going to go to the guild. Make sure everything's up to date here. I do actually want to get up to rank 4, so I'm going to try to saving up my portraits, because Pasquire can actually level her skills up to 4, and then all my level 2s will be able to do that soon enough. You saw how big of a difference it makes when you level up your skills. We also just want to put the heroes in here and make sure everybody's up to date. So this Hellion actually needs to upgrade her abilities. And this Crusader's only level 1. His abilities are fine. Witch Doctor's fine. Or Plague Doctor, excuse me. Renaald's good to go. Dismas. I don't know if I want to update his abilities, because I don't know if I'm going to actually be using him. But Gurney needs upgrades. Mariscot, or Marisiot. Is that a C or an E? It looks like a C. Mariscot? Yeah, it's definitely Mariscot. It's a weird name. Alright, we need to get her up to speed here. So that's Divine Grace and Dazzling Light. And I'm just going to go ahead and set her skills appropriately. Even though you can do that in the dungeon. Just might as well get it taken care of now. Alright, and then Ide. Do I want to update Ide's skills? What's Ide got? Bleed's good. Playing without Yop is crazy. Breakthrough I don't like very much. Adrenaline Rush, some people use it. I'm not a super big fan. So we'll just do those 4. Okay. Good. So I've got 9,765 gold. There's a couple things I could do. One obvious thing is I can go to the Survivalists and upgrade people's skills so they have some more stress relief skills. So for example, I could, get Encourage, which is probably one of the best all-around skills in the camp, which is just to reduce somebody's stress by 10. Thing is, it's pretty expensive. I don't want to spend my crests upgrading this because I do kind of need crests still for upgrading the guild, where I need like 30, and also the blacksmith. So the blacksmith, yeah, I need 13, 26 if it's going to be both. Still also need 15 papers. Ugh. All right, let's check people's weapon upgrades here. Make sure they're up to speed. Oh, right, we don't have level 2 unlocked, so I don't think anyone's going to be behind on this. But it's always good to check. Yeah, everyone's fine. It's just the blacksmith is so freaking hard to upgrade. Okay, well, I think that's all I can do. Or at least all that I want to do. Let's take a look at the next missions, see what we're going to want. Alright, we can kill the Swine Prince, and I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Let's see what our other options are. These are veteran missions, the champion mission, champion. So just a short mission for nothing, or medium mission, which is good now because I'm at level 2. I'm overpowered for these apprentice missions. I can't take Pasquire, but Grentimesnil, that's a hell of a name, has now actually finished her treatment, and so she'll be able to go on the mission. So let's take a look at who the roster is going to be. It's going to be my Helion. Let's see, I'll bring the lower level Crusader, I think, so that my level 2 guy can hang around longer. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, so Fromentin. I'll bring Grentimesnil, and then I could bring my really good healer, or I can start leveling up this one. I think if I bring her, the lower one, the disadvantage is that my group heals are only going to be for 1 a lot of the time. But it's probably a good idea to get her leveled up rather than rushing this one to level 3, so I'm going to bring her. Okay, so this is Mariscott here. So my team is, wow, is there really no way that you can move around? Huh, you can't rearrange your roster when your roster is full. That's so bizarre. Anyway, I thought I had though, didn't I? Weird. Anyway, the point is it's going to be her and then these 3. So Renaud and Gurney and Pasquire could take a trip to the sanitarium and have a bad cork removed. Let's see. Kleptomaniac's kind of annoying, but it's not a big deal. The runs, wow. That's a crappy one. I mean, I guess you can just not dodge anything and have less health, but that seems kind of crappy. Is there anything worse than that? The yips, less accuracy and less stress resist. That's also kind of bad. And don't care. -2 speed. Alright. The sanatorium is cool if you can upgrade it, because being able to treat multiple people at once is very handy. In fact, 12 crests. I'll do it. Let's go ahead and upgrade the spots to 2. It's relatively cheap to go up to 2. As you can see, it's crazy expensive to go up to 3. Let's put a couple people in here at the same time. So Renaud here, and sure, this is actually pretty expensive, right? 1,500. Yeah, we'll go ahead and splurge on that to make it a bit cheaper. So let's get rid of the runs. Yeah, so I can have some dodging chances and some hit points. And then let's put our Vestal here. Get rid of the yips so that when she does... Actually, she doesn't really use the attack that much. Let's actually get rid of this so that she doesn't take quite as much stress. Do I care about stress? Oh man, that's a tough call. No, let's make sure she's hitting with her abilities. Missing sucks. Okay. Alright, that is it for this video for real this time. Take care, everybody. I'll see you next time.